Today we're going to be testing to see if the CPU plus GPU combo is still good in 2025 for esports. And what this PC is rocking is a Ryzen 5 5500 and a GTX 1080 with 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM at 3200 megahertz. Now here are the 4 games tested.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Now we're only going to be sticking to 1080p benchmarks just because we all know this is a 1080p beast. With that being said, let's go ahead and start the benchmarks. Now I have no complaints for CSGO, it ran perfect, at least for me. The FPS was over 100 most of the time. I would see drops going from 90ish to all the way up to over 200 FPS. It cannot stay over 200 FPS consistently, but for the most part it was smooth. There were no stutters. You could benefit with a better CPU such as a Ryzen 5 5600 or 5600X. Now temps and power wattage was good for both GPU and CPU, and the VRAM for the GTX 1080 was at about 5, almost 6. Considering this GPU has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, still okay to play on. Despite being trash at this game, Valorant had the best results, resulting in 400 plus FPS and mostly staying over 250 plus FPS. The gameplay was smooth. I would probably cap this down just to get a smoother experience. Now temps and power were great on this game, no complaints. VRAM as well, you're going to be straight with 8 gigabytes. So my favorite game out of all of them, Splitgate 2, we got FPS numbers at the low 100s and to mid 100s. Now temp and power for the CPU, no complaints there, but the GTX 1080 did go up a little bit in temp and the power usage just right underneath that 180 watt mark. Now last but not least is Rainbow Six Siege X. This game did pretty good as well. It stayed in the mid 100s to kind of lower 20s in the 100s. Temps were also up and that power wattage was getting almost 180, dipping down sometimes as well. With CPU, nothing to say here, stayed the same basically. Overall, this combo is still great in 2025, but here are just some of the cons. For the CPU, you're limited to PCIe 3 instead of 4. It has a smaller L3 cache compared to the Ryzen 5 5600 or 3600. And for the GPU, it came out in 2017, so it's on an older architecture, and it already has ended driver support from NVIDIA. Would you still build this for fun?